Welcome back to Tyranny. Let's continue our journey and talk to some more people, this time in the Scarlet Course Camp. Where we have to complete yet another quest, or turn in a quest. Let's see what they give us.
This old man is worn out. I need rest.
Need rest, huh? You don't need rest, you're just wounded. Puncher. You've got some explaining to do, Fury. I don't appreciate being used. I'm gonna quick save it and then puncher. Let's see what happens. In one swift stride, you close the distance between the two of you and land a punch squarely in her stomach. The force of it knocks her back a pace, causing her to take a knee. She lets out a few coughs before regaining her composure. Gain minor wrath. You or any chorusman try anything like that again, I'll put you on a spike myself. Party has received a cleansing charm. Received Twisted Iron Sword. I'll make a note to watch my step around the Fate Binder of Tunon. Just as she walks away, takes out one of her swords and gives it to you once over for tossing a good punch. Nice. Level up. And I got a sword. Let's see. Twisted Iron Sword. And a purifying immune to poison. Cleansing Charm, huh? I'll give it to him. He doesn't have one. Let's see. Is this sword any better than anything? One-handed. Guess it's a better one of these. Whatever. We got another icon that we didn't click on before. No, I don't want to rest. There's another rest spot. Let's see, there it is. I can unlock it now. I think I saw that one before, but couldn't unlock it. But now I can. So I'm super good at subterfuge. Liberating hand wraps. Alright. Get rid of that guy. He's better than anybody's thing. Unarmed. Unarmed recovery. Unarmed. Recovery's minus 0.4 seconds, which is pretty good. I don't think you can wear it. Yeah, here's my recovery right here, 4.1 seconds. Now it's 3.7, so it's better. And you want to be quick, because you notice the game has a little countdown timer every time you take an action, no matter what you do, a skill or whatever. And if you're doing an action every 6 seconds, it's slow. Who's this person? A young woman stands flanked by a pair of soldiers. The ornate headdress cresting her bow lends otherwise to a small figure of intimate aspect. From gear to gown, everything about her starkly contrasts the wretched state of the camp. She looks at both ease and uncomfortable, composed in her element and completely unsure. She turns to
Greetings, worm.
Her voice takes you off guard, barely an inflection. If you didn't know better, you would guess she is actively suppressing or modulating her vocal tone. You look familiar. Have we met? Siren is the Archon of Song, and the youngest Archon to be sent to conquer the Tears. Young and inexperienced, Siren is sworn to the voices of Nurat, and uses her power of charm and manipulation to swell the ranks of Scarlet Chorus with volunteers.
You don't know me, little worm? I am Siren, and my degenerate allies have the pleasure of calling me the Archon of Song.
You hear the distant peal of a bell in her laugh. She regards you for a moment with dim interest.
And you are Tunon's Fatebinder. What brings you here to the middle of the battlefield? Did Cairo send you to shame Ash and Nurat into action?
Ash certainly needs some... Yeah, this sounds exactly like her, but pretty hard. To dig a heel into his back, if only to distract him from the problem.
But Nurat, he's just a cat playing with a realm-sized mouse, isn't he?
What are you suggesting about Nurat? What? Oh, never mind. There isn't anything interesting happening in the camp, and the solitude is making me paranoid. Nurat is the Archon of Secrets. I'm sure he has one or two that he isn't sharing with everyone.
I can't be expected to keep track of all his comings and goings, his plans and secret meetings, his betrayals.
She trails off and stands in her thoughts for a few moments.
Anyway, we have a more important matter to deal with. There is something you can do to assist me.
From the corner of her eye, you can see Voice cup her hands to her ears, turning her head away from Siren. Siren's mouth opens in a perfect O shape, and the sound pours out as captivating and entrancing. It dampens the ambient bustle of the camp until it seems that nothing exists but her voice.
Remove my helmet.
The ruby headpiece on her brow flashes as if in a warning. At your surface, Archon Siren, at your service. You discover that the Siren's helmet is locked behind her head in a complicated mechanism. You want nothing more than to bash the lock apart and free the Archon, satisfying her command. Before you can make an attempt, one of Siren's guard places her hand on yours and shakes her head. She points to the cotton wad sticking in one ear. The distraction shakes you from your stupor. You feel dizzy and stiff. And stiff back a trickle of blood from your nose. What was that?
Really? That's it? How disappointing. It was worth a try, I suppose, though it appears to have been a colossal waste of effort.
She sighs, gives a sheepish smile.
I hoped you would assist me in a delicate matter, but it appears you're more nuisance than help. I have no further use for you. Perhaps later. You're dismissed, Fatebinder.
You try to get in my head like that again, you little worm, and you'll regret it. Not as powerful as you imagine yourself to be, are you? You will answer me some questions first.
I said dismissed until I have further need of you. Your presence displeases me.
This time her voice takes a different quality. It screeches like a piece of flint stuck in a grinding wheel. You can feel it down to your toes. You want nothing more to do with it. Hasty exit for the Archon afflicts her terrifying song.
For the love of Kairos! That was the Archon of Song in the flesh!
Keep walking. Best not to offend her. Don't be so dumbstruck.
Quite right. Now's not the time to trouble her with 1,000 questions. Another time, perhaps.
You there! The one in the tin barrel. Remove my helmet.
You address me, lady? Finer craftsmanship I have never seen. You wish the helmet removed?
Barrack hesitates before the Siren. He seems at once ready to follow her order and nervously uncertain. Restrain him. You forcibly grab a hold of Barrack by his shoulder plates and restrain him from moving any closer. The giant man looks ready to protest, and then regard you with sudden clarity.
Thank you. I don't know what came over me. Archon, with all due respect, we will keep our distance from each other. I would not engage with you again. Accompanied or no?
Once again, the worm dares to defy the songbird. Don't worry, little worm. One day the bird will get her prey. Be gone, worm.
Weird. I'm gonna save. I kind of want to reload and see the other options and that I didn't do. Just feels weird to me that nothing happened. See what happened here. Talk to this person. Don't punch her. You expect me to just take your scrap metal as a compliment? You're right. I don't find it go funny. Huh. Got some more money, too. If I've wronged the pride of Tunan's court, as severely as it would seem, then take these as well. Some spoils I was holding on to, but take it as a sign of no harm done, okay? Nice. That's a better path.
Won't happen.
I still need to go over here and screw with my my gloves. I'll do that and save it. Put on turbo mode. Okay, back
No
to
can
where
do.
Greetings, worm.
You dare address Tunan's
I
fate finder in
do,
that way?
and with great pleasure. There is nothing in Tunan's exhausting law that precludes me from disrespecting his menial servants. Nothing at all.
It is you who dares, vile one. It is you who speaks out of
You
turn.
address Siren, the Archon of Song. While the Archons of War and Secrets bicker like a pair of scorpions, I stand aside and watch with glee as they poison each other. And you are Tunan's Fatebinder. What brings you here to the middle of the battlefield? Did Cairo send you to shame Ash and Nerat into action?
Ash certainly needs someone to dig a heel into his back, if only to distract him from his problem.
But Nerat, he's just a cat playing with a realm-sized mouse, isn't he?
What problem does Ash have?
You haven't heard? Now I find that fascinating. A representative of Cairo sent to deal with the Archons, and you weren't told the whole story. How scandalous. The disfavored are very close with one another. If one is lost, it's practically like losing a family member. Can you imagine how Ash feels after losing a handful of his men? Anyway, we have a more important matter to deal with. There is something you can do to assist me. Remove my helmet.
Right away, Splendid One. You discover it's locked behind her head with the complicated mechanism. You want nothing more than bash the lock apart and free the Archon, satisfying her command. Before you can make any attempt, one of Siren's guard places her hand on yours. Places her hand on yours and shakes her head. She points to a wad of cotton sticking in her ear.
Really? That's it? I hoped you would assist me in a delicate matter. But it appears I said dismiss.
For the love of... Quite right.
You there!
You address me, lady? Archon.
Once again.
Okay, well, pretty much the same stuff. A little bit more
No can do.
context.
No can do.
We'll save it there. And that sounds like a good stopping point for the episode, because next time we're going to take on new stuff. Thanks for watching.